So what's the legacy of all this? Well, it's boy and the wolf stuff, isn't it? People don't believe you, even when you're telling the truth. Consider 2 points. The United States Chief Medical Advisor, this fellow Fauci, has now been found out on a million fronts. He was told early, way back in February 2020, that there was a fairly good chance that this virus had been engineered, in layman's language, made in a laboratory, and that funds made available by the agency which Fauci heads, the National Institute of Virology and Infectious Diseases, to the tune of 600,000 went to this Wuhan Institute of Virology. Now, this is the mob, remember, involved in gain-of-function research. That is, creating more dangerous pathogens. That's the organism that enters your body and causes disease. They were experimenting with more dangerous viruses. So if a body that Fauci headed was contributing money, even though Barack Obama had called for a pause in funding, and if that resulted in an engineered virus, that is, a virus created in a laboratory through gain-of-function research, which enables an organism that creates disease to replicate more quickly and cause more harm, why would Fauci, in spite of advice to the contrary, continue to argue that the coronavirus was transmitted from an animal to a human being? Even though Fauci was warned on January 31 last year that the virus could have leaked from the lab that his mob helped to fund and had been artificially altered, the virus. It's only now that emails have been leaked that he's had to admit that he's not convinced that the virus developed naturally. He'd always supported the gain-of-function experiments. And when Trump blamed China for the outbreak, Fauci wrote to the Chinese Centre for Disease Control Director George Gayo saying, there are crazy people in this world. Now, if you dare mention Fauci or the fact that it was a Chinese virus, you get rubbed off social media. Why was Zuckerberg of Facebook fame, why was Zuckerberg, the mega-rich founder of Facebook, sending a fawning email to Fauci on March 15, 2020, it's over a year ago, thanking him for his leadership and offering to, quote, share a few ideas of ways we could help get your message out? A false message, I might add. In the released emails, further reference is made about, quote, an even bigger deal, but most of that's been redacted. Whatever it was, Fauci said he was, quite interested in doing this. And then as we see people still fearful of the extent to which they are wearing masks everywhere, sitting in the open air at the French Tennis Championships, they've got masks on. When Fauci, who's gone along with the alarmism and mask wearing, is on record as saying, quote, the typical mask you buy in the drugstore is not effective at keeping out the virus. I don't recommend you wear a mask. Where does this leave us? The truth in all of this from day one has not been shared with us. There can be no greater contempt for the people than to deny them the truth. What do you think? Email me, alan@skynews.com.au, or the text line 0414 000 848.